Hey, everybody. How are you? Happy Saturday night. This is Michelle.
And I'm Dustin.
And this is Dustin and Michelle. Welcome.
Welcome. Yeah, everybody. We're so happy you're here tonight. We have an exciting show for you, as always.
We do.
Yeah.
We have a show about Poshmark in particular, which I'm very excited to talk to you guys about. I am still learning about Poshmark, and we were discussing this, but it was nice to dig in a little deeper today because there were a few things that I definitely needed to know. So I can't wait to share them with you.
Yeah, same here. I know absolutely nothing about Poshmark. I've never made a listing on Poshmark. So I've learned a ton today as well. Not only from you, but from just looking at all the stuff to share with you guys. So
yeah. And there was, let's not forget to talk about that little arrow that you found.
Oh, okay, sure. Yep.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Let's write that down before we forget, because it was Dustin discovered a pretty cool thing on Poshmark that I had no idea I could use, and it's gonna save me so much time. And we're gonna share it with you. We'll save it till the end because it's a really, really good one, and it'll save you tons of money too.
Yeah, help you make money and save you some time, for sure.
So much time, holy moly.
For sure. And we'd like to thank everybody in here with us, checking out the show tonight. If you're watching it live or on the replay,
yes,
we thank you so much. Right now, Melanie Esposito, hey, we haven't seen you in a long time. How's it going?
Hi, Melanie. She did a great little story today. Thank you. I know I wrote you and said thank you, so thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Melanie, for stopping by. Harry Humstone just popped in. Good evening, kids. How you doing, Harry?
Hi, Harry.
We appreciate you coming in tonight.
Yeah.
We hope we can get some tips from everybody here as well. If you guys know anything about the ins and outs of Poshmark, we're going to go over a few right here because Michelle's been selling on Poshmark for quite some time, time here, and has much more experience than I. So
I do. And I do also want to say that one of the reasons why talking about Poshmark was really important to me is that there's been a significant downturn in selling, specifically in Poshmark. This has been going on for months. There are a lot of content creators that are also talking about crummy sales. And so I thought, you know what? Dustin and I always like to keep it simple. So it'd be great to just go over some basic things. So if you would love to learn the basics about Poshmark, if you're interested in, just hanging out with us, maybe you already know, chiming in, please do like and subscribe for us because we love this show and love teaching you guys. So I think we need to get right into it.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, first, let's see. Melanie says it's tough everywhere right now. And that's true. I've been pretty grateful for some really good eBay sales lately, actually. I've been fairly steady. I've been doing, consistent listings as always, which usually brings consistent sales, which have been good. But still, it is very slow. I completely agree.
Oh, yeah.
Harry is also, he says he's an antique guy and mostly eBay. Me too. I sell mostly on eBay.
I sell mostly on Poshmark, and we're getting totally slammed. I wrote this sweet girl who wrote something on Instagram, and I didn't know who she was, but she was so sweet and very honest and bold and brave to say, I'm sinking. I don't know what to do. I'm selling one package every 4 days. And that was happening to me for 2 weeks. It's picking up now, selling jackets and things like that, but it's been crummy, and hopefully we can just think about it, re-inspire ourselves, because it is going to get busy. It is going to pick up, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Just like Harry said, it's August and people are in the back to school times right now. That's when I've noticed every year that sales start to pick up. Back to school, people are starting to go back online and make purchases.
Yeah.
And that just snowballs into the Christmas holiday season.
Yeah.
So it starts picking up and gets better.
Yeah, holding breath for just a couple weeks, but maybe some of this information that we're going to share with you guys today will just, I don't know, get those wheels turning again.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get into it. Today we are going to talk about the how to make prosperous Poshmark listings.
Good.
So when we start out here, we thought number one would be
Inspect your garment for holes, snags, tears, stains, stinky smells, smoke, mothballs, um, bad crotches. I'm sorry, jeans ripped through the crotches. I don't know how to say that nicely, but look at that. Look at that, because that's really something that slips by. And one other thing I want to mention when you're looking over your garment is check the waist. Check the waistline, because sometimes people take in the back and you think, oh, it's a size 32, and it's not, it's a size 30, and they've taken it in. And the other thing, oh my goodness, one more thing I learned, and it was horrible because it was one of my first sales on Poshmark. I didn't measure the men's inseam.
Okay.
I assumed that it was definitely a 32, 32 or something.
Okay.
And I sent it out, and I learned, unfortunately, he wasn't very nice to me. And it was an honest mistake because I was so new, but I learned my lesson. I always measure, because some guys go and have them taken up.
No, that's a good point. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if your Levi's say 32, 34, it may be 32, 32.
Yeah.
So, yep. Very good. Very good point.
Yeah.
So yep, inspect your items for any damage, and that goes, even before you buy. You want to do that too. But if you notice a little something or other on your awesome Versace, go ahead and just describe that away. Just make sure they know about it.
Oh, describe. And I really like the way actually that Dustin does his listings, because he was telling me he does. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he does the listing or the heading. But he starts out his description with describing what might be, not say damaged, but something to look at, whether it's a little pull or what is it. And he said to me, the reason why he does that is because he doesn't want people to come back and say, oh, well, three paragraphs down from describing it, they don't read it. They read three sentences and then they're done, right?
Yeah, if that, 3 words sometimes. So my first 3 words are, here's what's wrong with it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Brace yourself. Yeah. And that's that famous one where it's like, you don't really see it. You really don't. But I'm just being honest, and I want to mention everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, you want to be honest. That is the number one policy with online reselling. Honesty is the key. For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So after you inspect your items for any damage,
yes.
You want to then
you want to prepare to take really nice photos. Right. Photos are so important. They will separate you from the non-professional sellers, and they make you look professional. They make you look like you have a store. And there's right?
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So when you are doing preparing for your flattering photos, so that means you would either say wash them, if they're heavily soiled, or if you don't need to wash them, steam them or iron them.
Yes. Okay. Steaming is so annoying sometimes, but it really does make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say for sure. Also, lint and pill removal. If you got a little pill remover or a little lint roller, just.
Do you have a pill remover?
I do.
Can I borrow it?
Sure, it's sitting right over there on the shelf. I'll get it. Absolutely.
I really need it. And the laser printer.
Oh my gosh, I got one of those too.
Yeah. I'm in heaven.
And once you got your pill remover and laser printer, you want to make sure you want to find out
the best way. Okay, so I'll get back to the removing the background. Okay, so I use something called Photo Room. I really like it. I know that there are some other platforms that are actually working with removing the backgrounds easily. Mm-hmm. I pay for Photo Room, but and I like it. And sometimes it has some really cute creative ideas. I'm not the best editor in the world.
Oh, yeah, right.
So I do. So I do. So removing the background is super, super important. The other thing that I really, really like to do is fill up all 16 photos. Poshmark has room for 16 photos. And some of the types of photos that I like to take, besides, the measuring of the waist and the inseam and, the rise and all that stuff is the texture of the fabric.
Right.
I like to get close to a window, and if it's linen, I like to do a close up so it shows like the nubbly nice part of the linen.
Sure.
I get really close and I'll take a really beautiful picture of like a button if it says Armani on it or something. So it's like, wow, the hardware's stamped.
Yeah.
And then finally, what I do, and I know a lot of people don't, is I do a video.
Okay.
When I'm doing clothes, I do a video. And I only do that because I really want everybody to know what the exact color of the garment is. And sometimes getting that exact color perfect is a little tricky. So the video is 1 minute. You can talk in it even. Sometimes I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can take up to a 1 minute video with Poshmark.
And 16 pictures.
And 16 pictures.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. So make sure to use them all, get all those pictures in there so your customer knows all those little details. The texture, that's really good.
Yeah.
Good point.
Really.
Buttons, the zippers, the laundering tags, even sometimes, are you able to dry clean it or wash it in the wash machine?
Oh my gosh, that's such a good idea. We didn't write that down in our notes. One of the most important things, oh my goodness, you guys. All right, take a note on this. One of the most important things is taking a picture of the tag of the garment and also what it's made of and how to wash it. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how many times I've had to go up through my inventory and take something out because I didn't, I forgot to do the fabric makeup. So yeah, do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
Save some time.
For sure. And Melanie says photos with lots of lighting. Absolutely.
Correct.
For sure. You have really great lighting on your photos. Actually, I want to, if we can, maybe show you guys Michelle's closet here and how awesome her photos are. I mean, check this out. She got like 80,000 followers. That is amazing. Wow. Congratulations. That's
Thanks.
we need that many on YouTube and Instagram, right?
Yeah. We're trying so hard.
So yeah, absolutely. We're being consistent. So
yeah. So
look at these wonderful photos and how professional they look. They even have you put a lot of time into this. You can tell there's a lot of text.
Believe it or not, can I interrupt you for just 1 second? It takes me a snap to do these pictures. A snap. I am so fast with using Collage Maker that if you guys go to my page and check it out. Check it out. It's really, I do weird angles on special things. If there's if it's a vineyard vines, I'll take beautiful pictures and I'll take one picture with my collage and I'll enlarge it so it takes up half the page so you can see like the little the little whale and the pretty print, and then on the side I'll write vineyard vines, and it catches people's attention, but it really doesn't take me long.
Yeah, no, I mean, these photos are beautiful, and so
thanks,
very sort of artsy, and very eye-catching. So great job with that. I really think you do a good job with that.
I enjoy it, and thank you. I don't know, must come from the fashion life I was living.
Right?
No, I am still living it, but anyways,
yeah,
long story.
Harry asks, so do you guys like selling clothing? Do you also like buying and selling snapback hats? Absolutely. I'm wearing a vintage one right now. We just found a bunch at a yard sale and did a little Instagram reel and perhaps a YouTube short. Maybe it's on YouTube. It will be soon, if not. But yeah, this one right here.
I love this one because my dad was a bass fisherman. It's 3D.
It is. This is like raised right here.
Yeah, the bass looks like it's jumping off the hat.
Yeah.
And the anglers in the back are in the boat.
Yes, I absolutely love this hat. Michelle loves this hat.
I do.
Not for sale, but I do love finding hats. I love selling hats. Maybe we'll do a show on how to efficiently sell hats, what different styles there are, and the different things to describe about them, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
Yeah, I'll write that down. That sounds like a really good idea.
Okay.
About hats. Okay.
Sounds good.
Um,
Next year, when we're making a really good Poshmark listing, so we've inspected the items for damage, we've prepared them for flattering pictures, and we took all those pictures.
yep.
So now it comes to writing the description, which is probably the most, labor intensive, maybe the most difficult for some people, is describing things.
Right. Right.
So when we get down to those details,
when we get down to those details,
first thing is the title.
yes, the first thing is the title. I'm going to actually open up one of my Poshmark listings for you guys to see.
Yeah.
So I want to talk to you about it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
the title, you want to use the keywords that are going to like really best describe and get people to your listing,
Right.
and also draw that attention to it.
I write longer listings. I use my phone and I speak into it. So I have to double check it because sometimes it's a little dodgy. But I get a good laugh. Get a good laugh every once in a while. I write if I really love, like, one of the things I like to do. It sounds like it takes forever to do everything, but I'm really fast, you guys. I always start out by saying I wanted to add this dress to my closet because the pattern made my heart feel so happy. You will love this. And then I'll say, keep your eyes peeled for a couple things, and take pictures of, any damages or pulls. But I always tell them, what's special about it first. Okay. So they go, oh, wow. I mean, and that's probably a line that some people don't even want to take the time to do. Oh, but it's my personality.
No, that's really great. I guess I don't put a whole lot of, what do you call it? Subjectivity or like opinions. I don't put a lot of opinions in my own listings. But I really like how you do that. You're like, hey, I like this flowery pattern. It make my heart sing, this is why I'm listing it. Maybe I like it too. Yeah. So I think that's really cool. And
it makes me happy. I feel
for Poshmark, I think that works.
For Poshmark, it's more about the relationships. And with eBay, it's more about turnover, I think. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a little social aspect to Poshmark.
Okay. Yeah. I suppose not as much with eBay. So when you're when you're describing it and why it's special, then of course you want to get into and be in detailed as possible about the condition of it.
Sure. Yeah.
Is it new at tags or is it like ripped and torn?
Oh, I would never sell it. Well, unless it was vintage,
like distressed or something,
like an old rock T-shirt or something. It's got a hole in it. Yeah. Not a big deal. But even if you point out the smallest little thing, people are so thankful. In fact, one of the things that I do pretty often is I'll try on shoes between the size 9 and 10 because I'm a size 9. And if they're oversized, I'll tell them. I'll put it in there. I'll list it as a 9 if it's small. Okay. And then I'll say 9 or 9.5. So it attracts the 9 or the 9.5. But I say in the listing, I'm a 9 and my toes are at the edge. Even though it says a 9, you might want to consider 9.5. You know what I mean? Yeah. I tell them because it's so annoying to buy a pair of shoes and you have a narrow foot and they send you like a donut shoe. Right? Yeah. And you're just like, my foot's like a stick.
Right. Yeah. You just want to let them know, does it run big or does it run small? And if you have the ability to tell them that, that's a huge thing that's going to help you. Yeah. Like not get a return in the end. So any information, anything that you can throw in your description that's going to help the buyer. One of the most helpful bits of information that I got about this was the last sentence here. Describe your item as if you didn't have any photos. Basically. Oh. So like if nobody had any photos to look at.
That's kind of brilliant. You didn't say that to me earlier.
Well, it was what I thought about it. I remember.
Wow.
I remembered that. So describe it like you didn't have any photos.
Describe it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also maybe in the description there, you want to maybe leave a thank you. We both do that actually.
In the details.
Yeah, in the details. Yeah.
Yeah, I always say thank you, and if you have any questions, please just let me know. I always say thank you.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe
Thanks for
twice.
stopping by. Thanks for having a look. Thanks for, whatever. Even though they didn't buy, just, hey, they made it to your page. Thank you. Thanks for looking.
Yeah.
And also and you also put the item location or the SKU number in your listing. And that's basically where you store the item immediately after you list it. So you know where to find it.
Exactly. So at the bottom of my description, I always put that there so I know where to find it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And we're working on it too.
Yeah.
We're coming. It's working. It's going well. It's getting better, right?
For sure. Yeah. Every time you sell something now and you see it in the A through, G bin or whatever, as opposed to the numbers, you get like really excited.
I do.
You know where you're going to go find it.
I'm like, honey, I got an E. Woo!
Yes. For sure.
And then we get to a little bit more information where it gets a little bit more detailed. They ask questions about the category, the quantity. They want to know the size and the brand. Is it new with tags or not?
Mm-hmm.
And what's the original price? A lot of people put 0 there. A lot of people put 0 there. And then the listing price.
Oh, I'm sorry. So we're going on the price here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, yeah. So yeah, I noticed those that they have the like original, like say it was new with tags for like $1,000. You put that there, and then it's gonna be crossed out, and then the next one will be your listing price. So it seems like you're getting like a really good deal when you use that original price. Okay, I see what that is. And then now the suggested price, which we sort of discovered today a little bit on a little more of how that works.
You discovered that, right?
Well, I don't know. I might have pressed the arrow.
We were learning together, baby.
Yeah, basically.
I said I've been on it for 2 years. I don't.
We just never pressed that one button. But below it, it does say a suggested price, and I remember seeing without pressing the arrow or whatever, it said like $9 to $20. It gives you an estimate of what your item may be worth.
Oh yes. I'm sorry, baby. That's totally So if I like put in $100, and then it would say that it was
suggested price.
The suggested price, and you can go by that.
Yeah. So you got your garment listed. You press suggested price,
mm-hmm.
and then it's going to pull up a bunch of sold listings on Poshmark already. And then it's going to give you. It's basically a research tool.
Yeah, it's like using like the eBay lens. It's kind of like that. So
like that eBay Terra Peak. Yep, eBay does the same thing in their listing tool too. Is they have pretty much like the same sort of function where it makes researching a little bit quicker and efficient for you, saving you time and pricing your item right.
Yeah, for definitely.
Sure. Oh, the 12 Blades. Hey, how you doing? Great to see you.
Hi.
Hey, welcome. They say original price $1 million. Now only $19.99.
I like $1 million. Sounds really good.
Yeah, what a steal for sure.
What a steal! Yeah.
Melanie asks, have you done any posh lives yet?
Okay, so here, great question, Melanie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have such mixed feelings on this. Of course, sales have been kind of crummy for myself and for a lot of my friends. And I don't. Well, I'm sorry. She was asking me about it. Sorry.
Well, we're asking about, are we going to do any posh lives?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. We've been talking about it a lot. I feel like it's affecting my business. I feel like since we haven't graduated to live yet, I'm feeling it in Poshmark. So we just discussed actually in the last couple of days, doing a specific type of whatnot or Posh Mark Live just to get our feet wet and to go ahead and move like some of our inventory. But I do think that it's affecting, like if you're not doing lives, you're missing the boat. Like the boat's there. I believe it's going to be the wave of selling later. But thank you. That good question, Melanie. Good question.
Yep. We've been talking about it. We have so many different categories that we could do live shows on. Jeans for one. I have a stack of like sealed puzzles and action figures and this and that we can do all sorts of shows on. So we're gonna get into that for sure. Yes, thank you.
Is anybody else doing whatnot or has been doing the live shows here? I'd love to hear. Like I said, we're always learning, and I would love to get feedback. I've heard mixed feedback on whatnot.
Yeah, it's if you don't have the largest following, if you only have a few people in your show bidding, it's as compared to 1,000 people in your show bidding. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you may not have the most lucrative shows, your first few or whatever, but getting your feet wet, getting it started, giving away some items just to get used to it. That's what we're prepared to do here. So
yeah, we're gonna give it a whirl.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I would have been, doing social media so long ago because I come from that business, but I was scared. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
I was scared, and I've been on TV for years.
I know. I kind
I got
of thought that was strange. It's like
what?
Like a soap opera for 3 years and
playing another character.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
It's
intimidating. It's
acting. I get
and
nervous.
This is you.
Yes, and that's why I get nervous.
Yeah,
because I can hide behind something else like a character. Mm-hmm. But when I'm myself, I feel so much more exposed. So thank you.
I get it. Yes, I do get it now. I didn't get that at first. I was like, oh my gosh, you're scared of YouTube.
I like being someone. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
They're like, why didn't you start a YouTube channel when we were all locked up? I'm like, because I was scared and I was on Facebook. Oh. Anyway.
Yeah.
So Poshmark.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. So we'll get back to all that, but we should talk about all that fun stuff on a totally different show. It sounds like
we will. Coming up in a couple weeks.
Cool. So once you've researched it, you got your price.
Yes.
Now we go to shipping, which in Poshmark compared to eBay is pretty simple, perhaps.
It's so simple. It's and that's one of the reasons why I like it, because being a mom, running around, all this stuff, weighing things, measuring stuff, I can't.
Yeah, it's okay.
So I like being on Poshmark. It's easy for me. In February of 2023, they did increase the shipping price by 30 cents.
Yeah, so now it's $7.95 flat fee up to 5 pounds, and that's paid by the buyer. So
most of the time,
for the most part,
yeah,
just like by default for the most part,
mm-hmm.
And that's only the Postal Service priority mail, and which isn't so bad. A $7 flat fee. You can put it in any box, any bag.
Go to the post office. You don't have to worry about finding a place to. Yeah,
and the cool thing is you get these free boxes from the Postal Service, basically. Mm-hmm. So I mean, you really can't go wrong there in a lot of different ways. So shipping is fairly simple. You really don't have to weigh anything. If it feels like it's going to go over 5 pounds, you might want to weigh it first. And then there's actually like a fee here. You'll see this little chart at the bottom. If it's over 5 pounds, it's going to cost you, the seller, an extra $4.50. And then it goes up. Let's see. It's a little harder to read.
I got so scared. He told me that while we were reading it today. And so I had a jacket to send out today, and I put it in the box. I'm like, honey, oh my gosh, please weigh it. You're like, honey, it's 3 pounds. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
because I don't want to pay $4.50.
Yeah, an extra $4.50. I mean, when you're used to getting it free, it's a lot different. But if you actually check out this chart here, as it goes up, it's really not that bad. 6 pounds is going to be $4.50, an extra $4.50. 7 pounds goes up to $9. Then we got 8 pounds at $13.50, 9 pounds at $18, and 10 pounds $22.50. And I don't know after 10 pounds if that's just it's going to be $22.50 or not. But a 10-pound package to send through the postal service for $22.50 is actually not bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It'd probably be a lot more if you went in just to the retail post office and paid for postage on its own. Pirate ship, of course, you can use to get the discounted rates that you would on eBay, the ones that eBay gave you.
Yeah.
So that's also a good option as well.
Yeah. And do you have to add you do the dimensions and everything like that for pirate ship, right?
Pirate ship, yes. You need to have the exact dimensions of the box, and you have to weigh it as well.
Okay.
Yes, because they are going to, take all that info and give you the right postage. So I'm not sure how Poshmark does it with a flat fee. I'm sure they just have a really good relationship with the postal service and just get
it.
a special price.
Just want to interject one thing here. There's an opportunity in Poshmark to send offers to likers. When you do sending the offers to likers, you give them an offer, but if you're making the offer to the liker, you have to give them a discount on shipping. So I send, let's say I have like an Eddie Bauer jacket, like the one I sold, and like you want it, and it's, I don't know. I mean, I just think that it's hard. I don't know. I had you measure it. I mean, I had you weigh it. I had you measure it. When you make an offer to Poshmark, you can offer them $5.99, $4.99, or free. So those are the things that you can add. You can give them, but it's a must. So if a client, if a customer comes to you and says, "I want that jacket," I'm going to buy it, and they buy it, and they pay shipping. But if I offer them something, I have to give them a discount.
Oh, okay. So you have to discount their shipping if you send an offer to them.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, it's a nice little thing, I guess. And then you eat the shipping costs that you give them, basically, the discount.
Yeah. When I first started out, I was like, "Oh, free shipping. It's the best. That's awesome. It sounds so good." And then I was watching some content creators, and they were like, "Say that's like the mother. Like, you say that till the end, like free shipping. Like, you don't." But if it's a very expensive thing, like a Burberry leather jacket, and it's $300, offer free shipping.
Yeah,
Holy cow!
You're making $300. You can pay an extra couple dollars for the shipping, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So that's another good point. Once you've made the listing, somebody is interested in it, you get a little heart, a little like or whatever it's called in Poshmark, and you make them an offer.
Yeah, you click on them, make them an offer, and they have, I think, 24 hours. I think. Don't quote me on that. It might be 48 to get back to you.
Okay, awesome.
Oh, and then. Yep.
So like when they get back to you, like how is the customer communications in Poshmark and like the customer service?
Okay, so good question. The communication was horrible, and a lot of people were complaining about not being able to talk to somebody who, I don't know, to dispute something. If somebody says, "Oh, well, it doesn't fit and I don't want it," or something, like that's not a reason to return it on Poshmark. So somebody can write you and say, now, "Oh, I don't like it. It's too small. It doesn't fit me." There's an opportunity for me to write back and say, "I'm so sorry. It wasn't what you thought. I think we should ask Poshmark to get involved and help." And then Poshmark will come and they will help. So they do give the opportunity, which is so nice, to work it out with your customer, and then you can invite them into the conversation. I would say that they get back to you probably in 48 hours.
Poshmark does?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Nice.
Pretty good.
That's similar to eBay.
Yeah.
They want you to work it out with the customer first, and if you need help, we'll step in.
Yeah.
So it's encouraged to talk with your customer. Anyways, just work it out yourselves. And if you can't, let them figure it out. Also, that's good. So you're able to communicate with the customers, and the customer service has gotten better.
It's gotten better, definitely. They're trying out a lot of different models because, quite frankly, the stock hasn't been doing so well.
Hmm.
the last couple of years, if you're into the stock market. So yeah, it's something. It's something. And I did
Okay.
hear something, yeah, about eBay having a hard time, right? Excuse me. Who's having a hard time? Somebody. Oh, PayPal.
Hmm.
So anyway, another story.
Well, we'll get to the bottom of that.
It's just, so I remember when eBay came out, it was like, yeah, it was like eBay, and then it was like PayPal. Like, how are you going to pay for your eBay? Right? It's like PayPal, and now there's so many different things.
Yeah, that was the only way. Or,
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, apparently when I first started, it was like money orders. You actually sent to get your items, which is
I'd never have clothes.
yeah, that'd be so crazy.
It'd
But
be
then,
bad.
then yeah, it was just PayPal, and so we're thankful over the past, like what 5 years or so that they've added credit card payments and like a more modern payment options and stuff.
They
so.
give you like some kind of you can pay it at a time too. I think they offer you like an opportunity to make little chunk payments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool.
And
say somebody does have customers like, hey, I'm sorry, but you sent me the wrong item.
Oh yeah.
So it looks like returns on Poshmark, like all sales are final, except if somebody sent you the wrong item,
right,
or it was damaged, or like those obvious exceptions.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how do the returns work on Poshmark for the most part?
For the most part, your customers have 3 days to reach out to you, reach out to Poshmark in particular, and say they received the wrong item or this and that and blah, blah, blah. Most people are really nice. Most people are really understanding, and if they have to return something, then we have to get in touch with Poshmark. And when you get in touch with Poshmark and you cancel, I believe this is how you do it. When you cancel the order, they will email a return slip to you, to your customer.
Okay.
So they can it's easy for them to slap it on. I mean,
That's great.
It's still a pain in the booty having to go to the post office to drop it off. I mean, that's not whatever, but
yeah,
but whatever. Anyways, yeah, they send you something in the email and you slap it on.
That's cool. I mean, eBay is fairly easy like that too, I would say. It's just make returns easy, which make it good for the customers.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to pay for shipping, sometimes you don't, depending on if it's your fault or not, sort of. And if you don't offer free returns right out of the gate, which I don't actually.
Really?
I don't, no.
Really?
Nope.
We need to talk about this after.
Okay, then.
You teach me?
Not doing free returns?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure.
I wonder if I can do that on Poshmark.
I
don't know.
I'm not sure.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And then we'll let you know.
That sounds good. Yeah, so we hope that these little tips here will help you make a really good Poshmark listing and maybe make some,
Yes, just learn the basics and learn how to get one step, ahead of your competition. I mean, I hate to say that, but knowledge is power. And if you're starting your business and you don't know what to do, start just selling stuff around the house, basic things. But these, I believe it was 6, examples of things that are important will truly, truly help you, especially if you're new and you're starting. So go through this, check out this video, check out all the good info. And we are so grateful that you guys are here with us tonight.
Yes, so excited. We hope you share this with all your friends that may be looking to start reselling. And of course, Poshmark is awesome for clothing.
Yeah.
Of course, you can sell whatever you want on Poshmark as well.
Yes.
So, don't be afraid to expand a little bit.
Home stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a cross list or whatever you might want to do. So,
yeah.
Yeah. Happy listening, everybody. And we hope to see you
next week.
Next week, of course, Tuesday for. I think we're going to have another pick and pack video on Tuesday for you guys. We're going to try to get out and do some sourcing so we can get some more videos out, like
outside.
Yeah. We'll get some more of those fun videos. And thank you so much, 12 Blades. I shared your channel with all my friends. He really liked it. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, 12 Blades. Melanie, thank you so much again for stopping by. We missed you. Have a great night as well. And Harry, thank you so much for stopping by. We really appreciate everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for stopping by and spending time with us. Like I said, we love being here. We work really hard at trying to give you guys great content. We look forward to seeing your names here. Mm-hmm. And we're going to continue on with our dream, right?
Absolutely. Moving forward, as always.
We'll see you guys next Saturday, and tune in on Tuesday night because it's going to be awesome. Okay. Bye, guys.
Take care, guys.